And welcome back to the Fan Media Network. It is Ken Thomson, host of SportsX Radio out here in Las Vegas, and also host of the Raiders Super Fan Show right here on the Fan Media Network. Doesn't get any better than this. I've got the entire crew with me. Yes, I've got the Hall of Famer, Wayne Mabry, the Violator right there. I've got on the other side of me, Raider Homer. He is the head man as far as the Black Hole chapter in Austin, Texas. And then down there, airport bound again. Yes, he's on his way back to his home state, the Sunshine State of Florida, on his way back from Indianapolis, taking in the great Raider victory over the Indianapolis Colts yesterday, 23-20 on a Daniel Carlson game. Carlson, outstanding, fantastic, 3 for 3. Cole, 2 punts, beautiful, averaging 52 yards. Our kicking game is top of the line, no doubt about it. But Derek Carr stepped in. Hey, my man Mariota got in for 3 runs for 16 yards. He did have a fumble. Thank goodness it went out of bounds. But I'll tell you, it was a complete game. Rico stepping up nice. And what? Zay Jones, 8 receptions, 120 yards. My goodness, we've been waiting to see that from Zay. That was a big-time effort. And the defense stepping up nicely as well. Several key contributors. And I was very, very proud. Perriman, hurt as he was, still solid game. Phylon, outstanding. I mean, guys really stepping up big time. Guys, before we get rolling on the victory over Indianapolis, I want to kind of go back just into yesteryear. A lot of us are old school, more so than Raider Homer. But let me start with you, Violator. Let's go back and reflect on the great John Madden, passing away at 85 years old, what he meant to the Raider organization, what he meant to the game of football, and what he meant to you, Wayne, personally, John Madden.
Well, brother, first of all, Happy New Year to my brothers. Great having you on this show tonight, especially when we get ready to talk about the great John, our brother. He's one of the main reasons, other than that shield, that I became a Raider fan. Epitomized to me what that pride and poise was all about. Energetic on the sidelines, just engaged in the game like he had some skin in it himself. I just admire that to this day. Still dreaming of having that custom RV because of Big John, traveling the country, stadium to stadium, bringing a show to you, baby. Hey, you don't get no better than that. So thank John for planting that seed, rest his soul, and I know they're putting together a Super Bowl for us up in the sky.
There you go. Captain Jack, let me go to you next. One of the elder statesmen, been following this team since you're a little kid. And of course, the great John Madden, winner of Super Bowl 11, the youngest coach at that time to win a Super Bowl. What he meant to this organization, 10 great years there as far as on the Raiders sidelines. And like he said in the video, the All Madden video, he gave it his all. What did John Madden mean to Captain Jack Rackham?
Well, thanks for that there, Ken. And I'm unfortunately, I have to say that I have that recording that I haven't been able to see yet because I've been so busy, but I wanted to make sure that I have it on the recording. But what John Madden meant to me is you got to go back to the fact is that head coach at the age of 33, succeeding John Roush right after Super Bowl II, took the Raider organization 10 years, 100 wins, actually over 100 wins, 7.56 win percentage, which is the best ever, even better than Vince Lombardi. Took the Raiders to, I think, about 6 or 7 straight AFC championship games. And again, those teams were bar none, the best of the 70s. I know that we didn't win all of those because we had to run up against Shula's Dolphins. We had to run up against Noel's Steelers. But those teams are the epitome of a grand organization. It was because of John Madden doing what he did. And again, may he rest in peace. I know that him and Al are upstairs right now, finally back together, having some good times, probably snuck some of the Violator stogies up there, metaphorically, if not really up there, smoking them right now about the Raiders. And, the unfortunate thing is that for the people today, the young kids today, all they know about John Madden is he's the dude that with the video game. But for folks that know, that is a coach that well deserved his place in the Hall of Fame just off of those accolades. So again, my best to everybody out there in Raider Nation for taking this loss. It's a hell of a loss when you lose that legend, John Madden.
There you go. Let me throw it to Raider Homer. Raider Homer's younger than us, but Raider Homer, one thing I know about Raider Nation and the Raider fans, a lot of it is traditionally handed down. So although you may be younger and there may be younger fans out there, a lot of them do know about the great John Madden because it has been handed down, and they have gone back and watched the YouTube videos and different things. And they have that Raider memorabilia from their dads and grandfathers that throughout the house, and the great stories that have been handed down. Raider Homer, you are younger than us. What did John Madden mean to you? Hand me down. And again, the video game, that's great, but it was great to have his voice in there. You're able to get familiarized with the character. And then, of course, the All Madden tribute that Fox put on so well. For those that got to see that, I think it probably touched a chord or two in their heart. Raider Homer, reflect on the great John Madden.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't see John Madden coach, but when you go back and you watch the footage, I mean, the guy had some great sayings and he led some great men and he brought the first championship to the Oakland Raiders. So definitely a huge part of football. But going back to the game, the Madden game, that brought football into the masses. You know, that game helped bring football into everybody's homes, and all the little boys and kids that weren't really understanding the game, they came in to, you know, play that game. They learned the game. Not only that, but his broadcasting on Monday Night Football, he came, he brought the game to you and taught you. I mean, the boom and the signs, you don't see that anymore. Those are great things. He was always teaching people about football. And when he did go to, you know, EA Sports to discuss what should happen with this game, he wanted it to be as realistic as possible because he wanted to teach the game. That's what John Madden was. He was a great teacher, a great coach, a great Raider. And you know what? The entire NFL is going to miss him. That's why you see people like Dak Prescott wearing that shirt. You know, he influenced so many people in the NFL and around the world that, you know, he's going to be missed by everyone. But John Madden, I mean, he's everything that I would love to be as a quote unquote broadcaster, you know, gamer, entrepreneur. The dude was all over the place. I mean, turducken, right? He was feeding people turducken and, you know, riding around on the buses and all that. And then the man was a legend. He was a myth. I mean, and you know what? A Hall of Famer, you know, like our friend Wayne down here.
There you go. And behind every great man, there's a great woman, and his wife, Virginia. What a class act she was. She said, they asked her during the tribute, they said, well, how did John take losing? She said, well, he didn't take it very good. She goes, and neither did I. In fact, we, as a couple, thought the Raiders should never lose a game. We always felt we were the team going in there. And there I am talking with the hands the way John did. And then the great commercials that he did. But he became that personality in your living room, whether it was on a Tenactin or a light beer, didn't much matter. The guy was fun. He broke things down. He simplified things, and he helped everybody understand football a lot better. For those of us that played, whether it was at high school or a lower level, and then even those that played on to college, you know, when you watched Madden with the telestrator break things down, it really did make sense of some of the plays that we had no clue about. And I really, you know, couldn't say more great things about a man that just, you know, didn't want to be in the broadcast booth after he retired, took a while. And how about his first broadcast at the LA Coliseum was with none other than Bob Costas. He said, I thought it was a 12-year-old kid when I got there. And he said, then he heard Costas speaking in his headphone. He goes, my God, this kid's fantastic. And they had a great broadcast. So another, the legendary duo of Pat Summerall and John Madden. And I know Al Michaels and Madden were a good combo, but nothing better in all the years, in 50 plus years watching football, there is no better combination than Pat Summerall and John Madden that I watched. I just thought they were outstanding. And we'll leave it at that. RIP and the big bus in the sky. Coach Madden, we love you big time. All right, guys, let's get rolling now into yesterday's big time win in Indianapolis. Most people didn't give us a chance, especially when Carson Wentz cleared COVID protocol. All of a sudden, that line here in Vegas went up from the Colts -6, 6.5, up to the Colts -8.5. So nobody really giving us much of a chance. But, man, the defense came to play. Divine Diablo, 9 tackles, all solo tackles. How about Roderick Teamer, 8 tackles, 7 solo tackles? These are guys we didn't expect a lot from at the beginning of the year. But they stepped up. Like I said, Perriman played hurt, and the rest of the team bonded together. It was a true team effort. Carr came up big, and Zay Jones. The game so far as a Raider that'll put him on the map here in the Silver and Black State. And Hunter Renfro, not only big time catches by Renfro throughout the game, but big time returns on punts and kicks. And that is huge because it helped us with shorter fields and great field position. Let me throw it to you, Captain Jack, first. Your take, you were there in Indy for the big game. What was it like being dressed in your garb and the Raiders leading throughout the game? And then all of a sudden at the end, they're trailing, but they're able to come back, get things going, and then win it at the end.
Well, first off, I got to say, and I don't care who the hair around me hears this, Yark! It was wonderful being up there in Indianapolis at the game, dressed out, and just having a great, people are looking at me like, who the hell is that guy? And I don't really care. Okay. Point being is that being up there in Indianapolis with all the people there, and Raider Nation was just outstanding there. Took a lot of the people there. In fact, we got complimented by all the people that were there about how thick we were up there in Indy. But getting back to the game, seeing the way that we actually just took the opening kickoff and scored, and we were effective in the first half, and at least from the first quarter into mid-second. And then you can see we're kind of like rolling down and letting them back into the game and going out at halftime, and I couldn't get back to my seat in time. I missed that tip touchdown that they had, and I was like, oh, my God. And then I just got to my seat right after Carr threw the interception, and I'm even doing one of these like, oh, my God, we're gonna give it away. And I had some drunk schmuck behind me that was just, chirping. Well, you know what? And I don't have to say it because I just had to mouth it. But anyway, Raiders came back with the drives that they needed. They did all that they needed to do, and walking out of that stadium, knowing that we've been playing playoff games for the last several games, from the game in Cleveland by winning against the Donkeys, and being in Indianapolis, going up there and taking what was ahead of us. The Raiders have been playing playoff games the last 3 games. They got one more to do. We did what we needed to do, and now it just has to come fruition by beating the Garglers this Sunday night. And we knew that when we beat Indianapolis, that we were going to be flexed into that position. Everybody wants to see that game because we are the Raiders, baby. Oh.
There you go. And Allegiant Stadium will be rocking, and I know you guys will be there. Let me throw it to you, Homer. I mean, you're there, the head of the chapter, Black Hole chapter in Austin, Texas, and it's been real tough up until, a couple of weeks ago. We get the win against Cleveland, and then lo and behold, the win against Denver. And we set it up for this game. But when Wentz gets cleared COVID protocol, it's still not looking good because this Colts team had won 9 of 12 games. And the 3 games they lost in those 12 games, they were leading in all 3 of those games with a minute and a half or less to go. And they found ways to lose. But now it comes up that we have the tiebreaker if we ended up tied with them head to head. But really, it comes down to the Chargers. If we beat the Chargers, we are in. If the Colts somehow lose to Jacksonville, we're going to get in that way as well. But we're not going to count on that. It really comes down to the Sunday night standalone game. And look, we want to end the season, the regular season, on a 4-0 run and go to 10-7, which I think several of us predicted at the beginning of the year. We just didn't think it would end up 10-7 this way. But you know what? We'll take it. So glass is more than half full. Raider Homer, break down what you saw with your fans over there in the Black Hole chapter yesterday and how elated you were when Carlson's 33-yard field goal went good and put the Raiders in this Sunday night setup against the Chargers to win and make the playoffs.
Yeah, we had a great time at the South Austin Beer Garden watching that game. You were right. Captain. We're in control of the game early on. Right at halftime, just before halftime, it kind of slips away. Then they come in and they score again. But this is what I'm really appreciating about this team is that they are staying together. They're finding a way to win, right? Just win, baby. They're holding on to all that old Raider mystique that we've all been waiting for. You know what I mean? And they keep playing. This is a team that realizes that they are a talented roster. If all this bizarre stuff didn't happen, we were our serious contenders. But now they're gelling together and they're trying to stay together as a team, and it's really showing on the field. Some of the fans there are, oh, here we go. We gave up the lead, but I said again, here comes Derek Carr. I know I'm a Derek Carr homer. Okay, it is what it is. But you've seen the guy bring you back so many times. You as a Raider fan will never see that again. Think about it. It's 29 fourth quarter comeback drives now. Like, you'll never see that again. But this team is full of young Renfro, right? Renfro, yes, the returns, the catches on 4th and 2 in the end zone, the third down catches, just always this young talented team like Diablo. I mean, that guy saved a touchdown in the back of the end zone. All those things really started to add up, and this is a young talented roster. So this team right here, they're fighting for Bisaccia's job, right? They want to stay together. They don't want to see any of this coaching staff fall apart even more than it already did with John Gruden exiting, man. This team has kind of made me proud because I was down and out. When all that happened with Gruden and Ruggs, I mean, I was just down and out. I mean, how do we overcome that? But this team showed me, the Raider way again. And I hope that we can continue to do that because, yes, the Chargers, they're young and talented, the same that we are. But, hey, we're at home. Learn to win at home now. All right. Yes, every game has been a playoff game for the last 4 games. So now you're back in it, and we want to get into the playoffs in that drought again from 2016. And let's get Carr in there and get a victory. But I'm excited. I want to see this team really finish strong because you never know. Just get in. This defense is playing a lot better right now. You never know. You just need to get in and you might win a Super Bowl. And I know that's a big feat, right? To get to, that mountaintop that's up there. But man, this team, they haven't quit yet. So my fingers are crossed and I'm going to be a homer and let's win the Super Bowl.
There you go. And Wayne, let me throw it to you now. Reflect on the Colts game, and then I'll get you guys as far as your scores coming up for Sunday night's game at Allegiant Stadium against the Chargers. But a Raider team that fought through adversity yesterday. I mean, 2 of our players go up against one player near the end zone, balls deflected. Who expected T.Y. Hilton to be back there for a lucky catch and a touchdown? So the defense played very, very well, and they kept us in there. And Carlson is nails. I mean, we talk about Tucker for Baltimore. There's no question, guy's the best all-time kicker around. But Carlson is by far the best young kicker, the most accurate kicker. We've got a bright future. Just sign that kid to a 10-year deal right now. Let's get it over with. I really feel strong about this team. Wayne, I know ups and downs yesterday, and sometimes you're feeling like, oh no, we had this lead. We can't let it slip away because we truly felt we were the better team on the field. And then to let that one slip away would have just been excruciating. But wrap it up, what you saw yesterday.
Well, gentlemen, as I am definitely in festive mode and enjoying my V57s here, listen, I'm going to take a different approach than you're used to today. Here's the deal. Now, everyone knows that we were basically written off, a bunch of has-beens, and yes, they kept stringing that violin string about all of our downfalls and our trials and tribulations. But hear this, when your backs are against the wall, when the odds stack against you, that is what formed the 3 points on that shield. That's what Raiders do, on the armor and go and take care of business. These young bucks that a lot of us had never even heard of were the saviors of the day, showing their resilience. They're not listening to the outside noise, and they're finding out that will to win will overcome even the highest deck that's stacked against you. They can't take that from you. And that, gentlemen, is where the growth and the camaraderie is formed on that battlefield, just like they did yesterday. Salute, gentlemen.
Beautiful. Outstanding. Well put, Wayne. All right, guys, real quick. Let's get a score. Sunday night game. Chargers come in. And again, I think still an advantage, even though, Herbert's matured. And they've got nice weapons. There's no doubt. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler. I mean, they've got players. Justin Jackson, nice running back. They've got some good quality players. There's no doubt. And they've got, of course, Joey Bosa leading that defensive charge. Look, we've been doing this without our main man, Darren Waller, for several weeks. We're praying we get him back. But right now, the guys are stepping up. Wayne always says, next man up. We're starting to see big time. They're not thinking about, oh, Darren Waller's not playing. No, they're going out there and they're making plays. And I expect Jackson to come up with it, Deshaun Jackson to come up with a big play against the Chargers. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I know it'll start out, it'll be intense, and both teams, though, have great offenses. We'll see how the defenses go. Right now, I like the way our D's playing better than the Chargers, so I'm going to just come out and say it. I think the Raiders are going to win a shootout 37-30. I got the Raiders winning. Let me throw it to Raider Homer. Homer, what do you got Sunday night at Allegiant Stadium?
I think I'm going to go with 31-34. I think it's going to be a hell of an offensive game, too. I think our defense will come up with some turnovers, though, that will help us in the fourth quarter, and we'll be able to get that win in the fourth quarter. 34-31 Raiders.
There you go. All right, let me throw it. Captain Jack, what do you got, buddy?
Well, I would love to see something in the 30s. And I mean, because we haven't seen that since Dallas with the 36-33 win. But remember, we've been eking out these victories. The defense has been the one that's been keeping us in the games. And remember, the Garglers got pummeled by the Texans 2 weeks ago. I think it's going to be our defense stepping up. I think the Chargers defense is on the lines of what we've had. So I'm going to keep it a little bit low. I'm going to say 27-21 Raiders.
All right, and then Violator, wrap it up, man. I mean, there's no question if it comes down to a game of field goals at the end, I think we got the best man for the job in Daniel Carlson. What do you got, V?
I'm looking at a hard-fought battle, and I'm praying, I'm actually demanding that this defense that we saw Sunday come and take care of business and let Mr. Eckler feel the pain. I'm going 38-31 Raiders.
There you go. All right, sounds good to me. I mean, we're all on the same side. We all got the Raiders. Look, we know Raider Homer's a homer, but we're not homers. I mean, realistically, we call it the way we see it. We didn't expect to be here, quite frankly. The way that we played some of the home games, the Bears game, look, that was after the Ruggs situation, but still there were other home games that we let get away, and we just haven't played well. We're only 4-4 at Allegiant, but remember, this is the first 17-game season, and this year we have 9 home games. So we've got to make that 9th home game come up big against the Chargers. And let's remember, Gus Bradley, he coached that defense of the Chargers last year. He knows that offense pretty well, a lot of those key guys, and he will help out as far as the coaching staff and Rich Bisaccia and company to make sure that everybody is prepared for the game. Should be an incredible game. We'll review it one way or the other after Sunday night. So probably come back at you Monday on the Fan Media Network, going across Apple News. Also, we'll all tweet it out. Again, it is Wayne Mabry, the Hall of Famer, the Violator. It is Dougie Sheffield. He's the main man. He's unbelievable. He's Raider Homer down there. He's the president of the Black Hole chapter in Austin. And then there's Captain Jack Rackham, Jay Levy, my man. Love all these guys. Guys, you rock. On 3, 1, 2, 3, Raiders. 1, 2, 3. Raiders! Raiders! Go Raiders, baby. I'm Ken Thompson, Fan Media Network, who does a great job with all their videos from all the teams. Ours, of course, is the best. We're a little bit partial, but we love the Fan Media Network. Thanks to Ken Coons and everybody over there. We love you guys. We'll be back next week. Go Raiders, playoff bound. God bless everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Yar!
Yeah.
To host a fan show or appear as a fan on a fan show, create a profile in Fan Media Network. Then look for the news page in our website and fan show resources page. Help yourself. We give show hosts a show graphic and team colors, a simple short show format, tips on pre- and post-production, ideas to get fans and guests on your show, Apple News distribution and show sponsorship sales and services to help featured show hosts earn money. Show hosts use our iPhone app to publish their shows. Our website supports Android users.